Welcome everyone. My name is Shazib and today we are going to discuss about prompts and prompt templates as well as large language models when we are talking about Langchain. So basically Langchain gives us a lot of opportunity and a lot of different templates to develop our own prompts. So previously we have worked with vector databases and how to sort of connect your own data with that of Langchain and later have question answering through that. Today we are going to see how we can introduce something like intelligent prompting into it, right? So it will be very pure and simple tutorial, and it is a beginner friendly tutorial and anyone can follow it, right? So to do that, the first thing that we need to do is we need to pip install Langchain, right? So after installing Langchain, the next step is to install OpenAI, right? So we are installing that right now. And after that, we need to import a few things. The first thing that we are going to import is prompt template from Langchain. So for that, you need to write from Langchain import prompt template. So prompt template will give us a lot of possibilities and a lot of ways to write and customize our prompts to give to large language models. The large language model we are using today is OpenAI GPT-3, specifically text-da-vinci. Okay, so let's bring in prompt template, and after that let's import OS. Why do we need OS? We need to enter our OpenAI API key, and there are two ways to do it. The way that I am using requires the importing of OS, right? So let's do that. And after that, as I have told you before, the large language model we are going to use is OpenAI text-da-vinci. So first thing that we need to do is we need to import OpenAI. So let's import OpenAI from here. Okay, so after that, what is the next step? The next step is to bring in the parser or separator if we are going to use it, right? In this video, I'm not going to use the comma list output parser. Rather, I'm going to use the, customized HTML version, right? However, you can use this as well. I'll try to cover this in some other video. Okay, so let's delete it actually. After that, you need to write os.environment, and in this you need to write OpenAI API key is equal to your API key. If you do not know your API key, what you need to do is you need to go to playground, and from there you need to bring in your OpenAI API key and paste it right here. So what is the next step? The next step is to actually initialize the model, right? I'm not running it. I have done that before. Let's see, my runtime was disconnected, if we are still able to use this or not. Otherwise I will bring in my key and run this command. Okay, so let's run this and let's see if you have an error. So there is no error, right? So right here what we are doing is we are telling it that the model name that we are going to use is text-da-vinci, and we need it to try 2 samples and also give us best of the 2 samples, right? So these are all very specific settings and very specific alterations that are provided to us by Langchain. So we do not need to call it through GPT-3 or OpenAI. We can directly use the version from Langchain, right? So after doing that, what is the next step? The next step is to actually write a template. So first type of prompt that I wanted to discuss is create a LinkedIn post entailing 5 ways to hunt jobs in the field of field. So this is a variable field which will be given later, right? So for now you need to understand that in the field of field, right? And make the post as human sounding as possible and format everything as HTML can be used in a website, right? So this is the idea that I picked up from one of the courses related to large language models, that of course we can ask it to format in a sense that it can be used in HTML later, right? So this is a very good idea for anyone who is going to use these sort of outputs for their websites. Anyways, so this is the complete template. Create a LinkedIn post, and in the field, and here we'll give it the settings. So the settings is prompt is equal to prompt template, and in this I am going to give in the input variables. So for now there is only one variable, which is field. We have written it right here, and we'll call it right here as well, so that we know that this is the input variable, right? If we change the spelling of it, or change this word by something else, then this will not work. Okay, so template we have already given. So this is the template. So any prompt needs two things with respect to Langchain. The first thing is input variables. They can be as much as possible, right? You can write anything as a variable. And the second thing is template. Okay, so now let's run this. So it is not giving an error, so that's why I think it is perfect. Okay, so the next thing is we need to make up the prompt, right? And for that there is one thing that is left, is we need to tell it what the field is, right? So the name of the input variable. So let's write that. Prompt is equal to prompt.format, and in this I have written field is equal to engineering. You can write medical here, you can write computer sciences, or any other field that you like, right? So it if you know a little bit of programming, then you will know that it is now acting as a variable, and whatever we write here, the large language model will process that into our prompt. Okay, so let's run this. So after that, let's give this prompt to the large language model, right? We have already declared the large language model right here. LLM is equal to OpenAI model name, and N is equal to 2 and best of 2, right? So using that, we will get the output, right? So let's run this, and now let's bring out the output. So there we go. This is the output that we got. It is telling us that what are the 5 ways to hunt jobs in the field of engineering. So find a job in the field of engineering that is a potential candidate's dream job. Second is find a job in the field of engineering that can help the candidate meet his or her quotations, right? And after that, find a job. So this is the fourth one, and this is the fifth one. So we can also bring in something like HTML to make it more real time, and make it look like this is something that can be used as an output on our website. So for that I am just bringing in display and HTML from ipython.display, and later I am just displaying it in the form of HTML. And these are the 5 things. So this is the first thing, this is the second thing, third, fourth, and fifth, right? So as you can see, this is a very easy workflow for anyone who knows a little bit of Python and programming, right? We are using large language models to develop our own social media application based scenario, something like that, right? Anyways, so in the same way, we can add a lot of more variables into the mix if we want, right? So I also wanted to cover that here as well. So for that, let's move on, right? So I created another template which says create a LinkedIn post entailing 5 ways to complete the objective of, and then the objective is right here, right? Specifically in the field of field, right? Talk about the field in the post, make the post as human sounding as possible, format everything as HTML can be used in a website, right? So we are asking it to make it in a format that it can be used as HTML in HTML later, right? So this time we have two variables. The first variable is objective, the second variable is field. We are going to enter both of these variables right here. Objective is right here and the field is right here. Okay, so prompt is equal to prompt template, and in this I'll have input variables is equal to objective and field, and template is equal to template. After that, let's run this first. After that, I have given it that the objective is job hunting or something like that, and the field is engineering. Now let's see it. Now it will give us an output with respect to that. Okay, so let's actually do it again because it's not giving a good output. Okay, so how to complete job hunting specifically in the field of engineering? Then find a job opening, check out job postings, attend job fairs, research engineering jobs, and something like that. Okay, so if we want to switch the objective as well, right? So for example, business in the field of engineering, and talk about the field as well as objective in the post. So let's run this template again, and let's run this one now. And after that, let's give it to large language model, which is OpenAI GPT-3. And after that, let's check the output. So how to complete the objective of business specifically in the field of engineering, right? So that was this question, and the answer is complete a degree in engineering from a well-renowned university, start a business in the field of engineering, work in the area of engineering for a specific company, complete a course of engineering in your personal time, and with something like this, and all of this is shown here, right? So as you can see, this time we are using two different input variables. So in the same way, you can keep adding the input variables if you want to, right? So for anyone who wants to learn more about it, you can keep watching my YouTube channel. And other than that, we also provide consultancy with respect to generative AI, right? So you can ask for your quotation right here as well. Thank you very much.